So today I will be reviewing Teen Mom 2 Season 8 Episode 1. And in this episode, it was more of the more things change, the more things stay the same. So let's talk about it. So the episode opens up with Kailyn and Javi. Now, I don't really always want to badmouth Kailyn. I really don't. And I don't hate her. I hate her ways. You know, I mean, is there a difference? Yes, there is. Because if she just got over that rotten attitude of hers, I would like her. But she doesn't. Listen, something is wrong with Kailyn's ass. She is desensitized. She's desensitized. Now, I don't know if I just made that word up or not. Desensitized, what I mean by that is like, she doesn't have any empathy. That's a nice way of putting it. Another way of putting it would be, she doesn't give a damn about anybody but herself. Okay? That's another way of framing it. But see, I'm gonna tread lightly here because, I don't want to come across as a Kailyn hater. I'm not a Kailyn hater. I'm a Kailyn hater of her ways. See what I mean? But if she just changed that stank ass attitude, I would probably like her. But she hasn't. So we open up this episode with her and Javi. Okay, so the divorce is final. So it opens up and they're supposed to be co-parenting. So at least this season, we can get these two in the same room without fireworks exploding. I mean, it was like really bad last season. So this season, Javi comes to drop off Lincoln, their son. And he comes in the house. Came in the house, okay, and hands them off to Kailyn, and he says, then after this I have to go, meet with our lawyers, and divorce should be final, okay. But he's looking at her. He's sitting on the couch looking like this. I feel so bad for him. It's just evident he's in pain. This divorce really was hard on him, and Kailyn gives no acknowledgement to his feelings. It's really, really sad to watch. I mean, but she's oversensitive when it comes to her emotions. Like, I feel this way, I need to be happy, me, and more me. But when it comes to someone else, yeah, she doesn't give a damn. Just clear evidence of that is later on in the episode, Javi finds out he has to go back to war overseas somewhere, okay? And war is hell. War is hell. Military is hell. I mean, you've seen all the movies, Black Hawk Down, war is hell. So she called to check in on the kids, okay? She let him see Isaac, but she needed a babysitter, okay, so, but he got to hang out, he had the two kids, so she called to check up on the kids, and he says, she goes to the kids, and poor little Isaac, I love Isaac, wrote his mom a letter, I like, kids, they're just learning how to read, going to Javi's house, but I also like going to your house, okay, so, and he's so cute, both of the boys, so, after that, she talks to the boys. Javi gets back on the phone and he says, I have to go overseas. And, it's between me and two other guys. And, I really don't want to go. And you could just see the anguish on his face. Like, who the hell wants to go to war and put their life in danger? It's not an easy task, So, if it was me, I would say, oh my God, what? Just ask questions. Just act concerned. Kailyn says, I don't know what to say. What do you want me to say? And he was like, that's okay. Don't say anything. Like, oh my God. So I'm hoping and praying that this season, this girl gets a heart. It's getting really hard to watch. I mean, it's just painful. Child's painful. I mean, ugh. She's just, until she, she's just the ice queen of the show. But maybe she wants to be, we all can't be nice. So, I really like Kailyn. She has to work on her nice attitude. She has to work on her niceness. She's got to get her niceness points up. And she also has to get up her, I don't want to say honesty, her transparency points up. Like, because she's on a damn reality TV show. They pay you to be open with your life, and she only exposes the parts that she wants to. I mean, what are you hiding? You think we're gonna hate you if, you know, you're totally honest? So she's sitting at the table and she's talking to Joe. I like Joe, by the way. And the producer asked her in code, you know, what about that other relationship you got going on? No, she's talking to a friend. She's talking to a friend. And she says, he wants no part of this. You know, he doesn't want to be on this. He doesn't want to be on that. Listen, she has a whole nother life going on. She has another boyfriend, and she just doesn't bring him on the show. Now, is that fair? No. Like, we get to see Javi cry every week during this divorce, but we don't get to see the worst parts of Kailyn. It's not fair. You know, but I still like her. I just don't like her way. Next, we have Leah. Leah seems to be doing pretty good. She's enrolled in college now, and she doesn't have any baby daddy problems. So, you know, that's really, really good. And she seems to be clear-headed and off her drugs. She had that drug problem a couple seasons ago, but it's really good to see her change her life around. So now I'm hoping she sticks with it. It was Chelsea and Cole. This is more of the same. Like, Chelsea is ridiculously happy. I mean, she has the best life on the show. And I don't think it's fair to put her on this show with these other women that have such bad problems. And then here goes Chelsea and Cole. Like, they are ridiculously happy and fun to watch. I mean, they are really in love. They are expecting the baby at the beginning of the episode. You know, she had a party. And, I mean, and these two are sickening. They are loving towards each other. I mean, Chelsea should write a book. I really think she should write a book for women that really want to change their life, because, you know, she's got to give up the goods. She has to give it up. What did she do to make her life so sickening good? It's sickening to watch. But no, I'm just kidding. I really like Chelsea. But at the end of the episode, she ended up giving birth to her baby boy, Watson. So she really does have the best life on the show. I mean, the other girls really should take Chelsea notes when they're watching the show, because I wouldn't want to be the nut job on the show that's filming with, you know, Princess Diana. That's what I'm calling Chelsea. Princess Diana. She has the best attitude. So, but, you know, you can't hate on her. She is phenomenal. I mean, speaking of nut jobs, next we have Jenelle. Okay, so she's not a nut job. That's a joke. But she is chaotic. You know, she's got a lot going on, okay? A lot going on every damn season. See, it's more of the same. So she's still with David, which I was really, really shocked because, you know, no offense, but Jenelle, you know, she goes through men. You know, like I go through shirts. No offense. And so it was really good to see her and David still together, because sooner or later you have to settle down with somebody and, you know, be an adult and stop, you know, having kids and then dumping the guy and moving on to the next. I mean, I'm not being mean. This is facts. This is facts here. These are facts. So she's still with David, so that was really good. But maybe 1 minute into watching her scene with David, you know, then I realized, code red. This relationship is going through some rocky times right now. Rocky, rocky, rocky. Now, they're not going through anything any other couple doesn't go through. Jenelle is pregnant and cranky. No. And bitchy. And David hanging out with his friends. So this is what happened. They're moving to a new place. They're moving to a rental because their current place has mold. And David brought his friends over to help. But instead of packing, I mean, they were packing and drinking and moving and drinking and then standing around talking and drinking, and it just wasn't like a serious let's hurry up and get this stuff moved out. This frustrated Jenelle. Jenelle had Kaiser. She was supposed to be in charge of watching Kaiser, who is cute as a button. But you know, Kaiser doesn't mind throwing a tantrum. If he doesn't get his way, he will fall on that floor. He will start yelling and giving you a piece of his mind, okay? So she's watching Kaiser. He's all over the place. But you know, Kaiser kind of acts like his mom. So she was wanting David to do things, and if she wasn't getting her way, she started crying, you know, running and closing the door and yelling. You know how she gets. She's not as bad as Farrah from the other show, but she has Farrah tendencies. Like, I mean, if she isn't happy with something, she'll go off. You know, like, you know, the way she talks to her mom, you know, like, make me sick, get on my face, you know. She has Farrah tendencies, and so does, you know, little Kaiser. If he doesn't get his way, he'll throw a tantrum. So this is what was going on. Little Kaiser was all over the place. David was trying to get her to watch him, because it's really hard to move when, you know, a little one's running all around. It's even harder to move and drink when a little one's around. Jenelle was getting aggravated. This really is everyday people problems. But what raises the number on the scale for Jenelle is, if you don't get a handle of these everyday people problems, this relationship could easily go south. And we don't need you to have another guy. So I'm gonna need you to do everything in your power, everything, to make this relationship work. But after all of that, Jenelle ends up going to a hotel, getting away from David and crying. This is when her little, you know, Kaiser tantrums come in, and talking to the producer about her feelings. She says she feels alone, and you know, and she doesn't really talk to, and he wasn't really moving, and you know, she's got to get it together and learn how to deal with everyday occurrences, because that's what it is. Like, no couple is always as sickening in love as Chelsea and Cole. That's not real life. That's why I need her to write a book. Most couples bicker, you know, about little things, but you got to learn how to handle it so it doesn't turn into another major deal, you know, and builds up, and now next thing you know, this relationship is going south. We don't need that. Like, the baby isn't even here yet, you know, so we're gonna need David to stick around. And David, she had a point. Who moves and drinks? It was bizarre. The whole thing. It was everyday life, but not bizarreness. Okay, grow up, David. So I hope you two work things out. It's early on in the season, episode 1. You got a lot of time to work this out, but it has to get worked out. Next, we have the new girl, Briana DeJesus. Yeah, okay. Briana. She was on Teen Mom 3, and now they brought her on to Teen Mom 2, which was an excellent idea. It was a good idea because when the girls get their acts together, like Chelsea or Leah's trying to go to school and there's not too much going on, you still need some kind of spice in the show. You know, you don't want it to be boring. So I thought it was a great idea that they brought on another girl, and it's even better they brought on a girl we're already familiar with. You know, because once you get attached to people, you know, I don't want to have to learn a whole new girl already just yet. So I'm glad they brought her on. Now, Briana's got a lot going on. So remember, she had a daughter named Nova, and Nova had a no good dad named Devon. That's his name. So and it seems like he's up to his old tricks, still being no good. But what I like about Briana is her family. She has the best family on the show. I really like Brittany. Like, her sister and her mom, they're also close, all three of them. And they are each other's backbones. And I love Brittany's mallet. Like, she's just a smart aleck, but a loving smart aleck. While she's a smart aleck, she does anything in her power to help Briana with Nova. And so it's good to see that she's back. I'm loving Brittany. I love Brittany. So now Briana's pregnant again. Okay, this will be baby number 2, and this time she has a guy. Thank God. You know, because what we've seen her go through on Teen Mom 3, it was up there with one of the most ridiculous storylines, because, you know, Devon was no joke. Like, he really was going for, you know, worst dad of the show award. He was up there. He was doing everything in his power. Everything. No shows, not paying, giving up money, just being a 100 total complete dick. Like, he was up, like, it was hit. If I had to choose who were the worst deadbeat dads on the show, I would go with Devon and Adam. You know, they're running a tight race, neck and neck. I'm not sure who to pick yet, but, you know, he's tied for first, put it that way. So she had a new guy named Lewis, and they're trying to move in together and start a little family. And so it's really, really good to hear that, because, you know, what she went through on Teen Mom, you don't want to see her go through it again. I mean, I didn't want to see it, but damn it happened. So she had a friend that came on and said, Lewis is seeing someone else. Oh my God, you should have seen the look on her face. I felt bad for Briana. She's just coming back on the show. Like, and this is the first damn episode. The first damn episode. And Lewis is possibly, most likely, a cheater, because she had too much evidence. And not only did she say he seeing someone else, she knew the girl, okay? She showed Briana the girl's Facebook, and, you know, and gave Briana the girl's number, okay? Oh my God, like, so I'm saying, you know, you don't want to jump the gun and say he's cheating just yet, but that's a lot of evidence. You know, what? So that's where the episode left off, and I really feel bad. I hope this is a lie. I hope this is a lie. I hope this is a rumor. I hope this is a misunderstanding, okay? Because Briana does not deserve to go through any more man drama, okay? Because Devon is still giving it to her, and we don't need Louie, I'm calling him Louie, to add to the shitload men problem she has already on her plate, okay? But it makes for great television. I'm sorry. So that's what pretty much went on this episode, episode 1. It's going to be a long season, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more drama going on with everybody except Chelsea. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.